Game on, yo. This-
I mean, like you pointed out before, it is entertaining. It's not
Yeah,
good, but it's
it's not
entertaining.
good. It's entertaining though. Yeah. Oh my gosh, 31-0. Okay, I don't know what we're doing right now. And they got
I
the ball in the
mean,
red zone. Okay, hey, what's up, people?
I'm about to
How
say,
y'all
like you
doing,
said,
man?
no lead is safe in college football. But hey, we here now. But hey, we live. We
What's
live.
up?
Thank y'all for joining
What's
us, man.
up? Day one of 2025.
Yeah, yeah, literal day one,
Day
2025. Happy New
one.
Year, y'all.
Day one. I'm awesome.
And it's your boy Mike.
Yeah. Hey man, what you sipping on, good sir?
I forgot the name of the bowl that they won, but let's see if we can get it in the shot. Get in the shot. Your boys from Louisville pulled off a good one, uh, stopping the 2 point conversion in their bowl game to get the win 35-34. So I'm going to take a quick shot. Refreshing. But good old returning champ, perfect for the season. Modelo Negra is what I will be sipping on. Nice, malty, dark, lovely beverage. One of my general go-tos around this season. Uh, if y'all want some more tasting notes, y'all go back and watch previous episodes on that. Because I already done spoke too much about what I'm sipping on, man. What you over there sipping?
I'm gonna keep it real, man. I'm gonna keep it real, man. I got ginger ale, man. I had a lot of libations yesterday, and
Uh-oh.
I am exhausted. Yeah, I'm tired. Oh man. So man, I had what? I was on Black Label yesterday, some Antigua rum. I had some another rum. Did I have I had no. Did I have tequila yesterday too? I don't know.
You had a lot.
Had a lot. I had a lot.
Mhm.
But
What was it,
no
21 Savage? How many cars you got? A
a
lot.
lot. A lot, yo. A lot. It was none but doubles and shots, yo. So hmm but yeah, man. Where should we begin? Let's begin.
So quick NBA news, man. Uh, first off, might end up actually being at the Trailblazers and Hornets game coming up later this month. You
You'll
happen
be
to
at that
be
game?
there? Might be because me, Brady, and Cam are trying to set up something for Brady's birthday later in the month. So I might end up being in that game. I can definitely let you know.
I'll
If
be at
we,
that game.
I'll say if we do end up going, I hope to catch you there. Uh, for the actual news, unfortunately for my boys, Dallas Mavericks going to have to rework and figure some things out because we got a Luka Doncic injury that could basically put him out at least a month, if not longer. Calf
Oh,
injury has him out. So
that makes
it's
me think I may not be at that Mavericks game then. Because it's at noon, which is fine.
mm.
But I don't know. Luca and the Hornets have not been doing well.
I mean, how many players on the Hornets are still hurt is the other question.
So here's the
Is
thing. Once people get so Mark Williams played and Miles Bridges played. You know who didn't play? Brandon Miller, LaMelo Ball, Trey Mann. Like it's just you can't have everybody. But I think if
right.
everybody's healthy, that's a tough squad to beat. The problem is that's not gonna happen.
Hmm.
So
I
I don't
mean, you
know.
could be the Wizards, so
Wizards
it's
just have no hope. That's
they
it.
got it's Jonas Valanciunas and friends.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, the Luka Doncic injury is definitely going to be putting a little bit of a damper on a lot of things offensively, I should say. Defensively, we still look okay. Uh, Offensively is like a big question mark. Look, we kind of look like we're stepping in wet concrete now. I'll put it like that. Um, so there's some things to rework there. Something that definitely does not help us. Uh, you see a couple nights ago the fight between Yusuf Nurkic and Najee Marshall.
I saw a picture of that punch that connected.
Yeah, Oscar.
I said, yo,
My man was Little Mac and Punch Out.
not
um,
today.
so I'm sure that's going to have its implications as well, considering that we definitely use Najee Marshall a little bit as a middleman, a little bit more towards defense. So I'm sure that's going to have its implications. I believe Marshall's got a 4-game suspension off of that. So we will see, but there's definitely a monkey wrench thrown in our plans. And while I am speaking of it, let me see our standings, at least for the conference, if not the league. Did want to bring those up mainly. I didn't know if you had any other things while I'm bringing up the standings.
Uh-uh. No, I don't. Mm-mm.
Okay, at
Um,
least for
but
the
like the
conference.
I got one thing. I got one thing. I got one thing.
Okay.
Um, do you remember 2 years ago when the Hornets had the number two pick in the draft, and people were
Mm-hmm.
like, "Get Scoot Henderson. Brandon Miller is not going to be good, and this and that." And what we said was, Brandon Miller is if Wemby was not in the league or in this draft, Brandon would be number one by far, hands down. It's not even
Mm-hmm.
close. Yeah, but no, Scoot does this and Scoot does that. I'm like, are you watching highlights or are you actually watching the game?
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Miller dominated college.
Mm-hmm.
Scoot Henderson is a small shooting guard. Unless you're Allen Iverson, no,
Right.
no. So like, yo, nah, man, like LaMelo and Scoot Henderson, man, that'd be great in the backcourt. So what you're saying is you gave LaMelo Ball a lot of money and you just drafted another guard who's ball dominant. Not ball dominant like Brunson and Luca, where Brunson can just pick his spots and was like, all right, if I need to take it over, I'm taking it over. But if not, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no, you got it.
Right.
We talking about, and then the Hornets drafted Brandon Miller, and people booed it. I was there. People were in that arena booing, and I was looking around like, you guys are morons. Even the mascot was mad about the pick.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody yelled out to the coach, was like, "Yo, you got the wrong guy" during the interview after he was picked. And I'm like, do y'all not watch basketball? The Blazers are starting. There's reports of them like rethinking this whole thing and possibly moving on from Scoot Henderson. This is his second year, but this is what the Hornets fans want. So I'm just saying, maybe you should actually watch the game and not highlights.
There's a reason the
So
word highlights is the word highlights, as opposed to watching the full game and mechanics and such. Um, what was your boy's name? He used to play for the Jaguars. I know this is a different sport, but it's on the same cusp. Blaine Gabbert. Blaine Gabbert put out a mixtape of a bunch of his random highlights.
hmm
When's the last time you heard of Blaine Gabbert?
when they mentioned he was in the same draft as Cam Newton,
Mm. My man legit made his own mixtape. And I remember watching it because the background music for the mixtape was I Am a True American. Yes, the same song that Hulk Hogan came out to. That was the background music for his mixtape, which his mixtape of highlights is, yes, highlights. Random things that he looked good doing at the time that he did them. But as we could see, he's not in the league.
Mm-mm.
This is also coming from me having to watch Drew Lock get developed, drop out of the league, go XFL, and now he is back in the league. So we can't even use that as the argument. Like Blaine Gabbert was not. Blaine Gabbert was not all he was hyped up to be based off of his highlights. So same argument, same argument here. So I agree. I think Brandon Miller is definitely a weapon to build around. I've been to the games. I've seen it. Brandon Miller is definitely
Mhm.
something you can build
Watch the game, people.
around. Wasn't he averaging 20 last year?
Bro, he was like, yes, because he was coming off the bench to start. Because I mean, he's a rookie, and I think they're trying to figure out where he's going to fit in because Miles was there.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on, man. Like we said before, like LaMelo does hog the ball a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but I also think he hogs it a lot is because you don't have people out there who can do stuff. When Brandon Miller and Miles Bridges were both running with um Melo, like Melo, it was one case in point, right? Now this is just no, now this is with us not having a center playing. LaMelo ball, it was one play. He had it, a little fast break, whatever. He threw it out to Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller caught it with two hands and popped it, pulled it back with one hand and yammed it out. The
Mm-hmm.
next play, rebound, Miles Bridges just takes off running. LaMelo ball throws a alley from half court on the money. Boom, dunks it. So if LaMelo can just pass, you know how those 3 point those 3 point like spaces is open now.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to worry about Brandon Miller who can shoot and get to the rim, and he has size, and then Miles Bridges who's just gonna dunk on you and he can just bully you in the paint. So I mean, because people don't watch the Hornets, but sometimes Miles he guards the center sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
The team is very versatile. Like everybody is like 6'6", 6'7", 6'8". It's really wild. They just not healthy. And I think it's like I don't want to give up on them because they're so young. Now if they were older. Okay, let's see what we can do. But everybody's super young. So yeah,
At this point, need to give up on those in charge of training and conditioning, but that's a different
yeah,
time.
yeah, yep. The good old Charlotte Air. And if they would have got some prices chicken, that'd be all right. But hey, man, who am I to judge?
That's all I had on NBA though.
Oh yeah. All right. Me too, sir. Me too.
Uh,
No.
One other thing to notch outside of NBA, just real quick. I believe this is coming Saturday. If y'all are in the Charlotte area, y'all get y'all's tickets now. AEW in collaboration with Ring of Honor Wrestling, they will be holding an event in the Charlotte area. Let me get
Bojangles Arena.
it. It's Jangles Arena. Collision is what they're calling it. AEW
AEW.
Collision. So,
You been to
y'all,
AEW show before?
personally been no, but I know there was a point in time I wanted to actually try to go to one because I personally knew one of the wrestlers that was wrestling in AEW at the time. She has now moved on. Uh, but I at some point I still want to go to an AEW show.
It's
I
fun.
wouldn't.
It's fun. I was at oh man, I was at Dynamite when it was here. Battle of the Belts. That was fun. I was at Revolution in Greensboro for Sting's last match.
Mm,
It definitely gives you a 90s safe,
mm,
very safe version of ECW,
okay.
or like the feel of it. Because it's like it's funny because as far as wrestling, We grew up in Attitude Era, yo. We've
Yeah.
seen the Attitude Era and then the Monday Night Wars. So, yeah, fam.
Hmm.
We seen competition. So, hmm?
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all get y'all's tickets if y'all want to go.
Tickets.
Bojangles
Come on with it.
or Coliseum. Bojangles Coliseum.
Mm-hmm. Parking's not bad there. It's not a bad seat in the house because it's Bojangles, the original Coliseum in the city.
Hmm.
Yep, it's Bojangles, Charlotte Coliseum. They knocked that down, built Spectrum. Bojangles is still there. And for those y'all Charlotte old heads, Independence Arena.
Yeah. Yeah.
Name it after the street, yo. Yep.
How
Where we
you get
going?
there,
Independence.
bro? Just get the independence, bro. Just get the
Yeah, just get
independence.
there. You'll see it. It's the only thing that's just like a big old dome with glass. You can see
It's the
you can
it's
see
the
you
only
can
thing
see people
on
in the concession line from the street, from the
it's
little
the
like
only thing on
highway
the
type joint.
street. It's basically the only thing on the street that's not a restaurant or
Like
a
car dealership,
car
department
dealership.
store,
Yeah.
like little
It's the
strip
only
mall.
thing on the
Yeah.
street that's not one of those things. Or
Yep.
Walmart.
And yeah, and an auditorium next to it. But it's the same complex. So yeah. We driving. I like, he just got he just ordered popcorn. Well, because you can see inside of that's pretty genius. You can see inside of the arena when you
Yeah.
drive past it. This glass. Yeah. I may go
How
Saturday.
about in the Vikings field like that?
Yeah.
Like there's a couple
I want
panels
I
of
want to go to
glass.
that stadium. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was telling Connie that I was like, the front is just glass. It's like, what you mean? I said, look, you can see in the stadium from being
Yeah.
outside. It's just nothing but glass. So, hmm.
It's cool.
Yeah. Hmm. Speaking of tickets, uh, okay, let's look up some college football right quick. While I
Go
look up
ahead.
this thing.
College football. I wasn't even keeping up with any scores today.
Oh man, look, college football playoffs. That's collage. Oh man. So far, you think it's going the way that we planned it? Let's see.
I would say so. I would say so.
Okay, here we go.
Minus minus one of today's matchups. I would say yes.
All right. So let's go to the first round, right? First round, Texas beat Clemson.
Mhm.
I think we both said Texas. Ohio State, Tennessee. I think we both said Ohio State, but it'll be close or something.
Yes.
That game was a blowout. Oh my gosh. 42-17. SMU, Penn State. We all said Penn State.
That look
Yeah, yeah.
as competitive as the ACC look, you're not competing with Penn State.
Nah, 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 man. Penn State has some stuff going on with their coaches, and they're like, play football. You ain't messing with Penn State. Notre Dame versus Indiana. I don't know why that game was close.
Because Notre Dame is Notre Dame. Notre Dame is about as consistent as the Taco Bell menu.
Yo, Notre Dame, yo, the Sugar Bowl. They got Notre Dame 1 point favorite. Go dogs. Um,
Go dog.
yeah, get your money.
That's
No,
disrespectful.
today, Texas and Arizona State messed my money up.
Double OT.
Dog, it was 24-8. I left my house to go to my mom's for a second. It was like in the fourth quarter. I got to my mom's, whatever. It was 24-24 with 5 minutes left. I said my money because I had the Texas beating them by at least 12,
Mm-hmm.
which they were easily
Mm-hmm.
until they weren't.
Yeah, it took them double OT to win. Mm. Claude, have mercy.
So Yeah, that running back Scatterboo. Yeah, he going to the league.
Mhm.
I don't know where he's gonna be drafted, but yeah, running backs
I guess
league.
it could depend on where certain teams line up and who's thirsty for that position.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be a first round pick though.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of this coming first round draft is going. Uh, Obviously, some quarterbacks will probably go first round, but I feel like a lot of this year's first round is actually going to go defense.
I think you so you're gonna get your quarterbacks Sanders,
Yeah,
Ward. Yeah, that's like a given. I think a lot of defense and a lot of wide receivers.
yeah, I can see some wide receivers. Yeah,
So because let's be real, man. There's a lot of Jonathan Mingos out there playing.
hmm
You know,
but this
but
I see what you was talking about with this Oregon Ohio
yeah,
State.
Ohio State 34-8 right now. It was 34-0.
Hey, Oregon, you got some
Yeah.
explaining to do.
Yep.
I mean,
Uh,
that's what you get for trying to win a conference you ain't supposed to be in.
you know what's wild? If the Final Four, I think the Final Four may just be SEC versus Big Ten or Big 12, whatever. I'm gonna be like, so why did we do this 12-team playoff again?
To appease the masses that didn't feel
That
like
felt
other
that
teams
people
at least had a chance.
now look at them getting blown out, yo,
Mm-hmm.
getting blown out. Boise
Mr.
State,
Boy,
like
Mr. Boise State, who
Boise
has been
State
complaining for a decade.
got a bye,
They
got
got demolished.
destroyed. They had a whole week extra, got blown out. Indiana, no business being there. Notre Dame, I don't know if they're good or not. They're an independent team. You have no conference to play in. You have no conference championship.
I
Why are
never
y'all
have
still here? And they about to
Notre Dame.
get blown out by Georgia.
I never have trust in Notre Dame.
That quarterback
I
be
wouldn't
get.
be, I wouldn't be surprised if Notre Dame lose tonight by 40.
Mm. Oh no, they're playing tomorrow. You hear about that? So because of the tragedy that happened on Bourbon Street, they're pushing the game back to tomorrow.
Mm,
And I'm wondering if it's more like, let's make sure there's nothing else that's around the stadium because you've been to New Orleans, right?
yeah,
Yeah, Bourbon Street, Superdome, even it's not that you can walk there. Convention Center
yeah,
is all right there. So I wonder if they're gonna just do like a full sweep. It's like, all right, let's make sure nothing else is going on.
yeah.
So
Oh, I
yeah.
see it now.
Hmm.
Yeah, rescheduled from January 1st. Okay.
Stay
Mm.
hydrated, people. Oh,
But even still, I wouldn't be surprised if Notre Dame get blown out by like 40.
yeah, I think they're gonna get the yeah. And then it's like, okay, if that's the case, then what are we doing here? Is this just a money grab? Well, we want the best team in college football. No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, well, we want competitive games.
You want what's best for
Liar.
your pockets.
Liar. What? No, because here's the thing. You ready for this? The four teams, no, so the four games in the first round, right? They're just whoever has the highest seed, they're home
Mm.
games. So you get more money in your pocket. Then you get paid again for these other bowl games. But they're blowouts. If if Texas didn't lose focus, it wouldn't have even got to this close. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I
And
will say this is with them with this being the first year that they're running this format. I'm gonna give a slight pass, but I'm still in your court. What's funny is that this is actually the format of how it runs in my video game league, but it's generally not this bad year after year.
I mean, well, because they get so
34
okay.
to 8 at halftime is crazy.
So like when you have these teams, right? You're trying to make sure everybody has a say, right?
Mhm.
Where's Michigan? Should Michigan be out here? No, I don't think Alabama should have been on here.
I'm glad Alabama is.
Right, because they had the most losses out of every team on here.
Mhm.
But where is Michigan? Michigan beat Ohio State.
Ooh,
Michigan
ooh,
went
that
to the
beer,
conference championship game, right?
ooh, that beer good. You right.
So why isn't Michigan on here? SMU, I think they should be there, but then again, I don't know because they were eight and got beat by Clemson, so they didn't
I'm
win
about to
the conference
say
championship. But the
the
thing is
only
like this,
impressive thing that SMU did was just be impressive in the ACC, who's
yes,
low key being called a power conference. I don't think ACC should be called a power conference anymore because unless your name is Clemson, you're not a power.
honestly, I think there's only two conferences in college football.
Two. What two?
Mhm. It was like the is it Big 12 or Big 10?
Big Ten and SEC?
Yep. Everybody else is kind of the same.
Well, I would give you Pac-12, but I don't know who's in the Pac-12 anymore,
No, ain't
considering
no
that
Pac-12.
here you go, considering that two California teams moved from there to the all-inclusive conference.
Oh, the All Coast Conference.
The all I don't know who's where anymore.
Yeah, so I don't think there is a
Oregon's
Pac-12
the Big
anymore.
Ten now.
Yeah. Pac-12 is gone.
So it's like I would have given you that. Maybe Mountain West, but
Mm-mm.
Mountain West is still going to get beat by either Big Ten or
Because
SEC.
the
One.
Mountain West, the Mountain West darling got the doors blown off of them. And they had what? Hey, he should have got the Heisman Trophy winner. And everybody said, hey, I think Genty's a good running back. But he ain't do this against certain talent, you know?
Yeah.
And Colorado, I think, is in a better conference. Would Genty be able to do that in Colorado's
How
conference?
how sad is it that we got to legit ask what conference schools are in now
Because it don't
instead of
matter
just
no more. It's all money. It's all money.
yeah, man. So it's all money. Like
Hmm.
instead of knowing like what kind of region and you can kind of guess between like one, two, or three conferences, you got to be. Stanford is in the Atlantic Coast Conference. What? Come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? So, uh,
Nobody knows, y'all. Like it's just it's all money, but it's getting ridiculous. And the fact that Notre Dame does not have a conference.
yeah, like how does that work? Like
They
just
get to
being
pick their schedule, right?
independent. What is that?
They're independent, but they're always in the right, like they're always in the hunt. But they got beat by Northern Illinois.
Mm,
No conference championship.
nothing like that. That was the season. Remember they got to the national championship, got blown out by Alabama 44-19. That
Hmm.
was fun year.
They're not good. They're not good. They're just rich.
Like I said, they're about as consistent as the Taco Bell menu.
No, it's very consistent. Never mind.
Here we go. Is it consistent?
Oh yeah.
How
After you
how
eat it,
how often you see the cheesy gordita crunch on the
oh, I
menu?
ain't talking about that. After you eat it, it's the whatever what you order, it's the same effect. You got 30
Okay, the
minutes.
effect. The you see, you got 30
You got
minutes.
30 minutes, yo. You better figure your life plans out, but you got
I ain't
30.
talking about the effect of giving you the BGs. I'm talking about what appears on the menu. The only things that are consistent on the menu are regular tacos, whether they are soft or crunchy, and the Mexican pizza. And then there's sodas. Many of the other items have come and gone. I remember a point in time Crunch Wrap wasn't on there. It's made a comeback now, obviously. I remember at a point in time Crunch Wrap wasn't on there. Cheesy Gordita Crunch, like I mentioned before. Like y'all's menu is inconsistent. So that's how I compare Notre Dame football. You're inconsistent. I can at least look to Carolina Tar Heel football to be more consistent than you.
You know what? Yeah, I'll be at some games next year. Hmm.
But at least for tomorrow, I guess I got something to look forward to and watch.
You also looking at the tickets for that's time before our collision.
Mm,
One, two, three, four, five. Fifth level floor seat, $83.
that's not bad.
It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. I might make my way out there. I don't know.
But looking at these, do we want to make any predictions on the next round for college football, or do we want
You
to
know
just kind
what?
of wait? Because that could be
Yeah,
a thing
nah,
before we
nah,
move on to NFL.
yeah, because the games aren't over yet, and just because college football is it's entertaining. Wait,
But it's not good.
Ohio State can blow it. Ohio
You
State can
think?
blow it. And that'll be the craziest thing. Like, cause watch, if somehow it's like, yo, okay, it's a one-score game, I'm gonna flip my stuff. Like, are you serious right now? Did y'all just
Yo,
stop playing? And once again, they're college students, right?
if Oregon comes back and wins this game, I'm telling you, I am taking a shot before I go to bed tonight.
Matter of fact, I will take a shot of water.
30, 34-8 at the half. Yo, my man had to give my coach would have had to give the Gettysburg Address in order to give me enough adrenaline to get me back into a game where it's 34-8 at the half. That's an Independence High School score. Shout out to Big Eye. Big Eye.
Shout out to the big guy, yo.
That's an Independence High School score. Back when we would beat teams 77-0 and stuff. Back when we would beat teams so much that our cannon would catch on fire from firing it too much.
That was a wild time to be alive, man. That was a wild time, yo.
It's like, why is it foggy? Oh no, that ain't fog. That is straight up like
Smoke,
that's a smog
got
on the
smoke,
field coming from the
got
cannon
smoke.
because we fired it that many times. But yeah, let's move it from that. I guess it should be
Dum 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 dum. All right, NFL, NFL, NFL.
from the week before because I know we had the week break. We had some incredible records picking from 2 weeks ago.
Huh.
I went 11-5. You went 13-3.
Should put money on the parlay or something.
Uh, I know, right? The games you missed were Pittsburgh and Baltimore. You at Pittsburgh. Uh, we both missed on Jacksonville and Las Vegas because I mean both teams are shit cakes and rice.
Huh.
And foreshadowing. and then we both missed on Tampa Bay and Dallas. Um,
Yeah, yo, I needed Mike Evans to get a touchdown, yo. That would have given me through the home, but he
the other
didn't.
games I missed on was Denver and the Chargers, and Houston and the Chiefs, and then I missed on Giants and Falcons. With our records from last week added to what we have on Pick'em, congrats, my boy. We are now tied
That
at
is insane.
109 wins, 68 losses. You done caught up, my boy.
Hmm.
But from last week's games, uh, shout out to the Disney trip. That's the only reason we didn't have the show last week. I was out in Florida. Um,
How's the temperature out there now?
it was like 70s and low 80s while we were there. I think right now it's still 70s. Although, shout out to anybody at Disney trying to deal with the wait times on the rides. I'm not gonna lie because Beth has the app on her phone and she told me one of the rides earlier today had a 300-minute wait time. I was like, why are you even measuring by minutes at that point? For one,
Yep, call the cops, bro.
and I was like, and for two, you basically just pull the smoker out, just go ahead, smoke you some chicken and some brisket while you in line. Just start handing out stuff to people because come on, you by the time you get in line, when you get on the ride, the sun will be down. A 5 hour wait time, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Why are you even allowing people to get in line once it gets past like a 2 hour wait time?
So what you gonna do? Nothing.
300 minutes. Like at that point, the line is starting to form near the parking lot. Like,
Yo,
um, but
okay. Speaking of
yeah, I was
lines,
gonna say it was a very fun trip while we were down there, but I did catch some highlights here and there of games as well as watch some of the games on our way back from Florida and such. So I guess we can give our reactions on some of those, and then do our pickups and such, as well as I got some other news.
yeah, that works. Because the thing is, like a lot of some of these games, and not to see here.
Oh
There's
God,
there's
yeah, because wasn't
yeah,
there was what, four teams that dropped a 40 banger?
yeah, and the thing is, what is it? Even like the Giants game,
Hmm.
okay, but all right, you know what I'm saying? It didn't matter.
Right.
It's really bad when Red Zone doesn't even show the games, not because it's good or bad. It's because it has no playoff implication.
Yeah,
They
no
like
implication.
if there's nothing else on, they'll switch to it. But
Hmm. Yeah, Cowboys, Panthers, Colts, and Jets all allowed 40 plus
yeah,
in this
for
past week.
what?
Um, there it is. Brock Bowers surpassed Mike
Uh-oh,
Ditka
hold up,
for
wait,
most receptions in our tight end.
wait a minute. Yo, you said a robot. I say it again?
By a rookie tight end.
No, like say the whole thing.
I can keep speaking if you need me to.
Oh no, you're good now. You're good now.
Okay. But
Yeah.
yeah, Brock Bowers surpassed Mike Ditka for most reception yards by a rookie tight end with 1,105 reception yards. So you, sir, were correct in warning us about Brock Bowers. He is the truth.
Oh, he also has the
Um,
most receptions by a rookie. He
so
beat Kuna Matata.
Kuna, um, also while we were down in Florida, we did watch Mufasa the Lion King. Very, very fantastic retelling of the story.
Yeah, I
Um,
heard about it.
I know this is I know this is off subject. Did you know technically or not Simba? Did you know technically Mufasa and Scar were never brothers?
Yep. I didn't watch the movie, but I heard about it, and I say, you know what? Hey, bro, Scar was right, yo. Scar was right. Nah,
Hmm?
Nah, man. No, everybody goes back on Scar and stuff. Nope. Nah. Scar was the good. Scar was Killmonger.
Basically. And this is a very, very great retelling and a great reshaping of the story to give people an eye opening from that perspective. So I love how they did it.
Mm-hmm. Because we were taught the dang
Um,
Scar is just an asshole, just terrible uncle. Nah,
but
man. He is the only person of the bloodline.
mhm.
Nah.
There's also some really interesting new songs that get introduced in this movie. So really, really good. But um, the other thing, well, obviously everyone knows Detroit Lions have had their best record since 1934. Wanted to bring that up real quick. But Saquon Barkley
Dog. Yeah.
ends the week 101 yards short of Eric Dickerson's record of 2,105 yards in a single season. One, because this is going to be a two-part question before
Hmm?
I get to the next point. One, do you think he will beat Eric Dickerson's record, considering he is
Um,
only 101 yards short?
no, and I'm gonna tell you why. You ready for this? He ain't playing. That's all. He ain't playing, man. They shut down
Fair,
everybody.
fair.
Now, if he was playing, probably, probably.
That is a major and fair point. Because I think he's now ninth all time, eighth or ninth all time.
Yeah, he has like a hundred. He's short of by 101 yards, I think.
Yeah. Um, if he were to beat it somehow, if he were to beat it, do you think it should have gone in the record books with an asterisk?
Nope, because
Because,
Eric Dickerson's record should have been on record books with the asterisk. Because that's the point. Because O.J. Simpson did it in less games.
what I was going to say, because of the length of the schedule.
Yeah, like because O.J. Simpson did it when they played less games, and Eric Dickerson did it when
Mm-hmm.
they extended the schedule. And now Saquon's doing it after they extended the schedule. So it's just if you start at Saquon, you got to go back all the way back, and even like the
That's
undefeated
fair.
season stuff, right? The Dolphins' whole playoff reign was what 15 games, the regular season plus the playoffs, that perfect season.
No, I think it's a little bit longer than that. But
16.
even still, I still see what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. It's like then you know.
No, I wouldn't.
Let's see,
Yeah, they went 16-0,
16-0. The Panthers went 15-1.
including the playoffs. They went
That's the
6.
playoff. Yeah, Panthers went 15-1 in the season. The
In
Patriots
the
went
regular season.
undefeated in the season and in the playoffs
Yeah,
and lost in the Super Bowl. So it's yeah, it just depends on how you want to do it. But
yeah. Because I mean, at that point, you got to go all the way back to what was your running back's name for the Browns back in the 60s,
Jim
50s?
Brown,
Yeah, Jim Brown. You gotta go. You got to start all the way back at like the Jim Brown era, and then there's going to be things you start from the Jim Brown era, and then you go back to like the Leatherhead era in the 20s and stuff. So okay, yeah, I figured I would bring that up because I was like, Eric Dickerson only played a 16 game season, but Saquon, if he were to break it, he has a 17 game season as opposed to 16. Interesting question. I thought I'd bring up, but yeah, only 101 yards short, man. Like
yeah. And
crazy,
you know
crazy.
what? He probably would have got it if AJ Brown wasn't complaining and wanted to be a diva, and then just threw the ball the whole game. You see what I'm saying?
You were silly, but yes.
Because think about it, you're like, yo, let's just say if um if he got 50 yards in that game, would you play him if he needed 51 yards in this game? I would. Yeah, just one half.
Mm-hmm.
Because 50 yards is very doable in a game script form where you don't have to you don't have to do anything crazy. He's gonna get his 50 yards.
Mm-hmm.
100, different story. That's wear and tear. Because you also got to look at the offensive lineman too.
You
So,
can't get yards without an offensive lineman. That is true.
do you know how many touchdowns were vultured by Jalen Hurts? Saquon Barkley would have been running away with the MVP voting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff, I tell you. Uh-oh. There we go.
That was odd. That was odd. You just froze and then you just deleted off my phone. I was like, what?
Yeah, like, so you're still on here. Hold on. Let me remove the old one.
Oh, I see. That's
Yeah,
odd.
for it.
But anyway, but yeah, lots of good points. Like I said, I wanted to bring up real quick.
Yeah.
Um, Also in last week's game, to have a laugh before we start picking for week 18, did you happen to see the Commanders and Falcons?
I did, and I was sitting back like, damn.
Commanders
So many
Falcons
thoughts went through my head.
as well as the failure in the San Francisco and Detroit game. But I forgot the name of their coach. But he is I I almost want to solely put the blame on him for this failure in clock management.
Wait, who?
The Falcons coach.
Oh.
So
Well, the thing is, he's also a new head coach.
clock management is a
But
thing that you should learn
yeah,
inherently, even if you are a coordinator.
right. But
That
what's the
that's
thing, right? I think he may have been doing too much, just because new head coach, second game for a rookie. I think some coaches take on too much responsibility. Like the Panthers head coach, he wants to call the plays, wants to be the quarterback whisperer, he wants to do just be the coach, man.
Mhm.
Outsource this stuff because when it comes down to clock management, you're not thinking about this as you can. You're trying to get the play out, trying to do this, trying to no. Mm-mm. You do this stuff. I know some teams have a clock management guy.
Mhm.
I'm like, yo, y'all doing doing too much, man. But yeah, they let off a lot of time. Just just
'Cause I was about to
run
say, the
off.
end of the first half, they had chances to basically have enough clock to at least get a field goal, at least comfortably get in the field goal range, and they had all three of their timeouts when the first half ended. The second half comes to a close, and basically the same situation arises. And again, you have plenty of timeouts to where you get into comfortable field goal range. You can win the game instead of going overtime. And then he kept the timeouts in his pocket in overtime as well.
Mhm.
Like very, very questionable clock management in that game. As far as Detroit and San Francisco, and this is a shout out to Chisel Adonis for this kind of a voice clip that I'm about to use. Shout out Chisel Adonis. Jake Moody!
Dog, he
Jake Moody kick.
dog, he missed two field goals and one extra point.
That is 7 points.
They would have been winning.
Mm-hmm. I'm about to say they only lost by 6.
Now I understand why Debo was ready to fight him because I'm out here doing all this, and you got a kick.
Also, shout out to Chisel Adonis. He said, "You missed the first kick. It landed in the Pacific Ocean. You missed the second kick.
Oh yeah,
Somebody
yeah,
landed in the
yeah.
Atlantic Ocean." Yeah, man. Jake Moody having the team minus 7 points and you lost by 6. Like, that has got to be a heartbreaker for San Francisco. Heartbreak. I mean, I know San Francisco's already eliminated, but to be able to play, to have a
Oh yeah.
hand in
Purdy was balling.
playing spoiler. Because think about it. Then you put Detroit in a position of where they have to try to beat Minnesota next week.
Bruh, those teams can either be first or fifth. That's
Mm.
insane.
Imagine being fifth seed with 14 wins.
They're gonna beat the brakes off whoever's. Wait, five
Or
plays two, right?
five
No,
plays, five plays four.
five plays four. Who's four? Hold on. Let me look at
Current
that.
four would be whoever comes out the NFC South, I believe.
They
Either
about to beat the brakes off of the Bucks because it's not gonna be the Falcons.
not
Even
with that
though,
bad clock
even though the
management.
Falcons, yeah. Oh no, this is gonna be the Falcons.
Is it?
Think about it. The Falcons have the tiebreaker.
The Falcons still have to deal with Carolina.
Mm-hmm. The Carolina's already shutting down people. Horn didn't play. Chuba
Mm,
didn't play.
the the adrenaline of being able to play spoiler, I think, could
Uh-uh.
help boost Carolina.
Uh-uh. No, no,
It's the
no, no.
same with like Tennessee. I'm telling you.
No, 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 no,
I'm
no.
telling you.
I'm telling you that Michael Jackson is our starting corner for the rest of the season. He been all
Here,
right.
and I'm telling you, watch it happen. It also doesn't help that New Orleans has to go to Tampa Bay.
Oh no, I think Tampa Bay is going to beat New Orleans,
Hmm.
hands down. But I just don't.
So
I just okay. I see what the Panthers are doing, and they tanking. They are tanking organically. They said, "Oh, yeah, Chuba has a knee and ankle injury." You mean the guy who finished the game in overtime that ran for 30 yards? Yeah.
mhm.
Oh yeah, and J.C. Horn hurt. Well, what did he hurt? Hand, but he a corner. Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh yeah. This other lineman. Yeah, he out too. What he hurt? Um,
He pulled his calf muscle trying to put on his
toenail.
socks.
Toenail. Toenail. Hmm. I
Hmm.
would not be surprised if Bryce Young sits.
I wouldn't be
I
either.
would not be. And if he sits, I don't think Dalton's playing. It's gonna be Plummer.
It's gonna be who?
Exactly. Plummer, the number
Mhm.
three. So
And hell, and again, I'm still picking Carolina in that game, but that is going to be further in this broadcast when we start doing our pick 'em. Um, why? Because the Falcons are going to pull the Falcons. Uh, Otherwise, yes, I do know that Atlanta holds that tiebreaker. So Atlanta wins to get in. I feel what you're saying, but I'm still picking Carolina that game.
it'll be wild if the Saints beat the Bucks. Like
So all of it's for
let's
not
just say if the Falcons lose and the Bucks lose, I
the Falcons win the division because they got the tiebreaker.
they about to get their ass whooped by somebody from the NFC North, yo. Oh my
There you
gosh.
go. The Falcons. If that happens, the Falcons win the division just to get smacked by whoever comes in the fifth seed
Y'all,
from the
y'all,
NFC North.
y'all either playing Sam Darnold or Jared Goff. And they about to whoop y'all ass.
They about to give up 50 in a
Bruh,
playoff.
BTA, belt to ass. That's exactly what's about to happen to y'all. Oh, it's gonna be a wrap. Oh my gosh.
What was it? Oh, that extra cutaway in the credits of the original house party. I whoop you when I wanna, when I. He said his dad sound like a broken record.
House party classic. Yeah, yo, y'all go check that out, man.
Yeah,
Don't
shout
have
out.
parties like that no more.
But yeah, should we move on to the final week of the season? Uh, Shout out to Gokaiger for those that are Power Rangers fans. Gokaiger is a Japanese spinoff. And during Gokaiger, when they're about to kill the boss, there's an announcer that yells out, "Finally!" This is going to be the final wave of the NFL season. We got the Saturday games, which will wrap up the AFC North. You got between Cleveland and Baltimore.
Ooh.
It's at Baltimore.
I okay. Like here's the thing
It's an
with that,
interesting
right?
thing because both Baltimore and Pittsburgh still technically have something to play for.
Yes. But is it seeding?
It would be seeding, yeah,
Yeah, like
essentially.
it's
Like
only it's
who
only
basically who
seeding.
wins the division.
Right. That's what's tough is like, do you want to rest and play a away game, or do you want to play a home game?
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Within that scenario as well, Pittsburgh has the tougher opponent because Cincinnati would be playing to get in. Cincinnati can get in if they win and Denver loses.
Yeah, because like, if Denver wins, that's it.
Correct.
Everything's locked up. Like, yes, yeah. And Denver plays when?
Denver plays at 4:25. They playing at home against Kansas City. A Kansas City team that's locked up at number one seed. So they most
Yeah, I don't.
likely will win.
They said that they're playing the starters, which I was like why? And then I thought about it again. I was like, you know what? You probably should play the starters for at least like a half
Mm-hmm.
because you're gonna have a full week off. You don't want to have 2 weeks off and then jump into playoff mode. So,
Get that rusty dusty.
hmm
But yeah, Cleveland at Baltimore. You know, I'm still going to run Baltimore. I'm still going to run Baltimore.
I want Baltimore hands down, even if they have I don't know, Batman playing quarterback or something.
He said Batman.
Like just because Cleveland looks so bad, yo.
Cleveland's defense doesn't look bad. Cleveland's offense looks bad.
Yes, because Chubb is out and Ford got hurt,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, oh okay, that's it. And they're not playing Jameis is number 3, which I think they're like, all right, let's just see what the other quarterbacks have. So,
I don't think DTR is good enough to beat Baltimore's defense, even if they
nah,
play
man, DTR be
backup.
throwing the ball up like WTF.
Silly.
He be just letting it go.
The other Saturday game, which will wrap up AFC North, is Cincinnati at Pittsburgh, which is going to be the tough one to pick.
Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. Give me the Bengals.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go Bengals as well. They are going to fight hard, and uh, Mr. Unlimited looked like Mr. Unlimited diarrhea on Sunday. So
Trash, yo.
I'm going to join you on the Bengals. Got the Sunday games. They got the Texans at the Titans. Nothing really to see
Yo,
there.
I
It's probably
hate,
going to be your dumpster fire game.
yeah, I'm gonna just, you know what? Are the Texans in the playoffs?
Yes.
and they can't move up or down. Yes, because they won the division already, right?
Yeah, there's nothing to see here.
Yeah, I'm going Titans
Okay.
just because I think they're gonna just rest their players. Because for what?
Um, because of how odd that they play, I'm actually still going to go Houston, even though Houston's going to be resting people. The Titans just look like a very, very just odd put together team. I can basically only name Mason Rudolph and Tony Pollard. They're obviously probably not
Calvin
really going to
Ridley.
play Tony Pollard all that much. Um, Next game, I already said who I'm picking. The Panthers at the Falcons. I told you I'm still picking the Panthers.
I am picking. I'm picking the Falcons.
Falcons.
I don't want to pick the Falcons, but look,
I mean, I agree with
I
you.
know it's just I don't see it because I know what the Panthers are doing.
I know.
Also, too,
I feel you.
they're like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna throw this ball a lot, and then at the end of the game, we're gonna run the ball a lot. I mean, after we down by 30,
We're gonna run
y'all
the
not
ball.
fooling nobody. Y'all not. I see. Come on, man.
Let,
Look,
let alone that, y'all aren't the '03 Panthers with Steven Davis. They you can't run the ball a lot. Steven Davis was a rare breed. It's like, you know who you got running the ball? Chuba Hubbard. Oh, he hurt now, quote unquote.
yep, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
He hurt. I was like, I followed this team. Nobody was hurt. He wasn't limping after the game. They're like, oh yeah, let me
one of
put
the
my eye.
man walked off on his own power.
Dapping people up, jumping up and down, high fiving, getting carried, doing all kind of dances and stuff. Okay, yeah. Jason Horn, hurt for what? You know,
His hand.
but he played corner.
As
Yeah.
much, but
No, no. You know
as
who?
much as you're pointing that out,
No,
I'm
wait.
still believing in the fact that the Falcons will pull the Falcons.
This is how I know we thinking. You ready for this? You know who needs to get surgery after the season ends? Xavier Leggett. Do you know what he needs to get surgery on? Let's take a
No,
wild guess, man. His wrist. Instead, he's playing him. Why would you play a wide receiver who needs to get surgery on his wrist? Because we tanking. Go out there and do cardio. You can't catch it anyway. So we good. I know. I
man, you
I know a
he
Travis
better
Hunter
stay
pick when I see
home.
a Travis Hunter pick.
He better stay home, take the team penalty, and then go brush dollar bill.
Nah, he'll be out there.
But yeah, like I said, I still have my full belief that the Falcons will pull the Falcons. Um, Otherwise, I'm joining you in picking the Falcons. The Saints at the Buccaneers, which will wrap up the NFC South.
Oh, I'm going for the Bucks
I will join
because
you
that's
on
a
that.
smart choice. But also too, if you're doing any kind of pick 'em, look for I think was it Mike Evans to get over 60 yards because he
Mm-hmm.
always hits that 1,000. Always got that incentive, yo. This is the money week.
Mike Evans is such a tough matchup when you think about it physically. It's like,
He's
how do you match
massive,
up against a
yo.
guy that's like almost 6'5",
He
that
is
muscular, that fit?
massive. Yeah, he is massive.
Like, you can't even match up against him because it's not like you're lining up someone at corner that's 6'2", let alone 6'5".
I think the league is really glad that he only has a problem with Lattimore. Like just imagine if he was on like George Pickens time and just going after people. Yo, George Pickens is a menace, yo. This dude, he be elbow dropping people, blocking people. That's not even the guy with the. I don't know.
George George Pickens be playing NFL blitz in real life.
NFL young boy, man.
Speaking of which, I might play that game a little bit after I eat dinner. Uh, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Indianapolis Colts, which will wrap up the AFC South. Nothing to see here, I know, but
Give me the Jags just because
it's one of those we got
I
to pick.
Jags.
Really? You going Jags? You gonna go Matt Jones?
Mm-hmm.
Lord, I'm gonna go to Colts. I know my wife has adopted that team, and I shouldn't pick against my wife. You know what? You know what? Old man Flacco did look bad. I'm gonna join you on the
Flacco
Jaguars.
looked terrible. Flacco
I'm
looked like he
not.
want to go
I'm
home.
not picking against my wife. She got me to Disney and back. I'm not picking against my wife. So I'm gonna join you on the Jaguars. We got the Commanders at the Cowboys. Odd pick, I know, because one team is basically going to be resting, and the other team is
Yeah, because
going to
the
be crusty
Commandos,
dusty.
they like okay, they're in the playoffs. They can't
Correct.
win the division, so no matter what happens, they're playing away.
Hmm.
And let's see,
Dallas is eliminated.
right? CeeDee Lamb's not playing.
It's in Dallas.
It can be on Mars. Give me the Commandos.
Stupid.
Yo, it don't.
It could
Give
be
me the
on Mars.
Commandos, yo.
I'm enjoying you with Washington as well. All right, next one. We got the New York Giants and Philadelphia Eagles, which will wrap up the NFC East.
Wait, who?
I'm oddly gonna go Giants.
Giants against who?
The Eagles in Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, oh Giants. No,
It's the Giants. No.
no.
I'm sticking with Giants.
Give me the Giants.
Giants.
Because Drew
So I'm
Lock
about
is
to
out
say,
here
I
just
was like, the Eagles don't have no reason to play.
Drew Lock is playing for a job, yo.
Yeah. Well, shout out Drew Lock, man. Used to be a Broncos quarterback. Look at him shining now. We got Bears at the Green Bay Packers.
So the Packers in the hunt?
No, I think the Packers are in. Look,
Oh, let's see.
I'm pretty sure the Packers are in, regardless, and the Bears are eliminated. Yeah, everyone in the NFC North minus the Bears are actually in
Um, no. Yes,
standings.
you're right. The only remaining spot right now is for the NFC is the NFC South team.
Correct.
Hmm. Yeah, because the Packers can't go up or down. They're stuck.
I'm about to say, yeah, there's two teams in their division with
Oh,
14
wait a
wins.
minute. Hold up. So basically, okay. Basically, the Packers and the Commandos need to figure out if they want to play the two play seven, Eagles against the Packers or Eagles against the Commanders. Then it would be the Rams against the because three plays six, right? Yep, and four plays
Yeah,
five. Damn. You know what? Would you rather play the Rams or the Eagles if you were the Packers?
the Rams.
Yep. Mm, damn.
But at the same time, you don't know what the other team's going to do. So hey,
True.
there's that too.
True. You know what? Yeah, if I was yeah, I'll go with the Packers because the Bears is trash.
The Bears are poverty. I'm joining you with the Packers.
But I don't think the Packers are playing everybody.
I agree. Next, got my boys. Got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver Broncos. You know, I hardly ever pick against my team, and we still need to fight to get in. I'm picking Denver.
I'm going with yeah, I'm going with Denver. I don't think the Chiefs are playing everybody.
Correct.
So I mean,
Even if
and
they play some of their starters, like
yeah,
you
they're
said,
not.
it'll probably be like the first half,
Yeah, just get your routine up.
and we have to fight to get in. Now, I will tell you this: if we play that bummy offense that we played against the Bengals on Sunday, um, we lose. So, because there were three back to back plays. This is three plays in order, and in overtime, mind you. I mean, congrats, still making the plays necessary to get into overtime, but a rush for gain of one, completed pass for a loss of three, incomplete pass. And now we punt the ball back to the Bengals. If we play offense like that against Kansas City, no, we lose. Regardless of who Kansas City plays, whether it's starters or not, we can't have offense like that. Period. The Seattle Seahawks at the LA Rams, which is actually sadly a nothing burger
Yeah,
of
nothing's
a
gonna
game.
happen. Because give me the Seahawks.
Imagine having a worse record than the Atlanta Falcons, but you can't make the playoffs, but they can.
Hey man.
Or a better record, I should say. Imagine having a better record than the Atlanta Falcons, but you can't make the playoffs, but they can. But you said give you Seahawks?
Yeah, you remember how we talked about the score and everything? It's 34-15 right now. Yeah.
Wait, so Ohio State hasn't scored yet,
Nope.
or hasn't scored in the second half yet.
Nah, but
Wow.
this dude Jeremiah Smith has 7 receptions, 187 yards, 2 touchdowns for Ohio State. Why? Why?
Seattle seemed a little checked out. Plus, I don't know if you saw the
He's
DK
a
Metcalf
freshman?
meltdown. So I'm actually going to pick the LA Rams because I feel like after seeing that DK Metcalf meltdown on Sunday,
Yo.
that might add up to something late in the game. So I'm gonna pick the LA Rams. Regardless of them, basically, they probably won't play everybody starter wise. We got. Would this wrap up that division?
Man, this guy grabbed his face mask and turned his whole body around and then said, why y'all throw the flag?
It's like, I think I'm missing a game. Okay.
uh,
I think I'm missing a game.
hold on, let's see. Let me go back. Let me find the
Boom, boom,
schedule.
boom, 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 boom. I
Well,
am
yeah,
missing a game.
because there's no Monday Night Football.
Yep, I am missing a game. The Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. I skipped that one. That was like we only covered one NFC, or we only covered one AFC East, or we haven't covered an AFC East game. But yeah, Buffalo Bills at the New England Patriots. Nothing to see here, I know.
Give me the Bills, even though nobody's gonna play.
I will agree with you. Now, to wrap up that division for AFC East, the Miami Dolphins at New York Jets.
Well, 40-15. Dolphins at the Jets. Give me the. Ooh.
Yo, just that quick is 40 to 15.
Ooh, yeah. Well, wait a minute. The Dolphins are the Jets?
Yeah. It's
Gosh,
at the
both of them
Jets.
are
Obviously, Jets have
trash. But
nothing to play for.
yo, you
Uh,
know what? Give me the
and I'm
Dolphins. Dolphins. Because I can't stand. Well, I want to see it tore down, yo.
I
Yo,
want to
get
see an
Garrett Wilson to the
embarrassment.
Panthers, yo.
I want to see, I agree. I want to see an embarrassment, and I like Sauce Gardner. Let me pick the Jets because I feel like the Dolphins on the Dolphins side, there's not enough hope for you to play for to get into the playoffs. Standings. Back up here. Yeah, there's so much that would have to happen in order for you to make the playoffs. Because even then, conference, where's your conference record? Yeah, so both Denver and Cincinnati would have to lose, and Miami would have to win. There's a lot. That's a lot to ask for. Um, to wrap up AFC West, we got the Chargers at the Raiders.
Chargers.
As bad as this
Wait, did
team
the
is,
Chargers clinch or they're on the bubble?
Chargers have clinched.
Okay, wait, so it's the Bengals and who else? That's on the bubble?
On the bubble is Broncos, Bengals, Dolphins.
Dolphins. No,
Broncos, Bengals, Dolphins is the only three remaining teams.
Dolphins. Okay, yeah. Okay. Um, yeah, Chargers.
I'm gonna agree with you. The Raiders are super
Yeah, they
bad.
are bad. Like they're bad, but they know they're bad and they're trying. But there's nothing that they can do. There's nothing they can do, yo.
Again, Raiders fans, I said this beginning of the season. I said this before the season started. This is a very experimental team, and y'all are going to get a lot of heartache having to deal with this experiment. And whoever y'all start the season with most likely will not be there by the time the season ends. We've already seen Devontae Adams trade. Case in point. Um, the San Francisco 49ers at the Arizona Cardinals, which will wrap up the NFC West. Nothing really to see here. It's really just it's a game. We got to wrap up the season.
Wait, how you said the Vikings?
Hmm.
Wait, did
No,
you say the
it's
Vikings game?
the 49ers at the Cardinals.
Oh man, the Cardinals. Just because Brock Purdy is not playing.
I'm gonna join you on Cardinals as well. And then the Sunday night, the flex
Yes,
Sunday
that's what I was
night
waiting on.
game, which is going to be a spectacle. It's going to be a spectacle. The Minnesota Vikings at the Detroit Lions. Both teams 14-2. Who you got?
They're playing. It doesn't matter. Both of them are domes.
Mm-hmm.
Lions. Just
Wow.
because of hatred.
As much as I want to go Lions, as much as I want to go Lions, and literally one of my favorite rappers of all time is a Detroit Lions fan. In fact, when he was told that he is going to be a grandfather, he was presented a Detroit Lions jersey that said "Grandpa" on the back. Uh, as much as I want to go Lions, and don't take this to heart, Lions fans, I'm still in y'all's corner. I'm going to go Minnesota because of Detroit's injuries on defense. I believe they still have 11 hurt players on their defense, 11 hurt starters on their defense, which is basically an entire starting lineup when you think about it. So they're going to be playing a 14-win Minnesota team where everyone keeps discounting Sam Darnold, where everyone keeps discounting Aaron Jones, everyone keeps discounting all these other players on Minnesota. They're playing that team, divisional game, and it's going to be prime time with an entire backup on defense. That's literally the only reason I'm picking Minnesota. It's going to be who was it? Jim Ross, the wrestling announcer, was like, "This is going to be a slobber knocker."
Yep.
As Jim Ross would say, is going to be a slobber knocker. I am literally only picking Minnesota because of Detroit's injuries on defense. Otherwise, yes, Let's go Detroit. I love the story of the Detroit Lions. Former Detroit Lions player becomes their coach, starts building them up from the ground up. Last year, what was it? Was it last year? No, 2 years ago. Eliminated Green Bay out the playoffs. Has been doing nothing but getting better ever since. One of my favorite fan signs from a Detroit Lions fan. She held up a sign that had a picture of Campbell's soup, and then she put Dan Campbell on the picture of the can and said Dan Campbell's kneecap soup, freshly bitten off kneecaps.
That was the
Yeah, as much as I
weirdest.
love the story of Detroit,
That was the weirdest thing, yo.
knock us down, we're gonna get back up. And on the way back up, we're gonna bite a kneecap.
One, yeah. What? You gonna take your heroin addict ass? Sit your ass down.
Hey, it's
It,
working
it
now. They
worked. It
got
worked.
14 wins. That's more than what they had last year.
I think that's it.
Uh, I think that's it, actually.
Hmm. I'm checking the score real quick.
Yeah,
It's
since you
it's
said
on a
that, let
commercial.
me click on this and check out some scores. 'Cause
Oh, here we
Lord,
go. Oh, 41-15, man.
Lord have mercy. But with that, I think that's it, man.
Yeah, man.
Oregon Ducks fans, y'all are getting roasted like some fresh Peking duck. Go ahead and get your blankets in order.
Yeah, I mean it's Oregon. Oregon is the Gonzaga. Oregon football is Gonzaga's basketball. Yes, it looks really good during the season, but we all know when you have to play, you
Or
ain't
Arizona
going to the.
basketball.
Mm,
Because like I said last year, I was like, Arizona been looking impressive. And I was like, but they look like they just gonna hit that stride and then like second round, it's just gonna be
yep.
19.5.
Damn. I wonder who's gonna get that joke. Uh, mm, mm,
Those that don't study history don't get that joke. Those that
mm.
do study history, I'm sorry. At least it ain't as bad as Hiroshima and Nagasaki. But uh to add to the slight dark side of that joke, at least we picked Nagasaki as the second city and not Tokyo. But um
Oh, that'd been wild.
take out the capital.
What?
Um but yeah, like to think Bo Nix played there. And now this is what
Bo
Oregon
Nix
looks
played
like.
everywhere. Auburn, shit, Madden, NCAA football, Florida State, UConn,
Was
FIU.
what was that playful backyard football?
Yeah, he played. My brother calls him Bo Picks because sometimes he can let it go. I mean, he a gunslinger. Sometimes it look good. Sometimes I'm like, you just out here playing on vibes.
I'm about to say, I was like, other times it looks good for the other team.
Yeah, yeah. But when it looks good, 50 yards, 40 yards. When it looks bad,
No, it's going out.
I'll do it again. No, 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 no. Scale it
All
back.
right, so
Scale it
here's
back.
what we're gonna do in this situation. And then him and
I
Sean
need
Payton get into a yellow match.
I need you to get the ball from him. Then I need you to give the ball to him.
Hey yo, why just think about that joint from Rocco's Modern Life? With the dude that got put on that golfing trip, but he didn't really actually want to play golf. So he was intentionally trying to suck. He was like He kept yelling at Rocco. He said, "No, I don't need you to be good. All right, I need you to be bad, so I can go home. You keep hitting the ball all good. You hit the ball over there, but no." And he took his eyeballs out. Yeah, I need you to hit the ball over there.
Yeah, that show should not have been on Nickelodeon.
There's a lot of stuff that shouldn't have been on Nickelodeon. Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, Saturday morning cartoons, Ren and Stimpy. We should not be watching Wiz on the Electric Fence. It's Saturday morning cartoons.
Said it so casual too. You
And there
whiz
was
on the electric
somebody
fence, didn't you?
peeing on the electric fence. You can see the cartoon's ass cheeks is out. And I was like, what? But now it's like, why are we watching this? But then it's like, oh, it's just cheeks. Whatever. We're all grown, right? In age 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Oh God, that one episode of Ren and Stimpy where they had to take a bath, and that one dude is the dad. He took his pants off, and they played that horn.
Yo, they look so scared, yo. Oh man, and that's why
Oh, the other episode that Ren went crazy, and he started treating the soap like a white chocolate bar.
yo,
This is my chocolate.
oh, yo, he kept chewing it. And then he was drilling. What did he have like a helmet on too? Or something?
He started having seizures because he was eating soap, but he thought it was chocolate.
Yo.
He was like, "Red, are you okay?" No, he's eating soap.
No, that
Oh, them shows shouldn't have been on Nickelodeon.
not for kids, but hey man, appreciate it.
That was adult. When you think about it, that was Adult Swim before Adult Swim.
Oh yeah.
That
A
and
thousand
Rocco.
percent.
The first episode of Rocco's Modern Life had an elevator to hell. There was an episode of Rocco's Modern Life where there was a vacuum that would neuter your pet.
Yep. Do you understand that, people?
Like, think about the context. Rocco, every other episode, would get launched into in between a hippo's bosom. And the punchline was, "How dare you?" But anyway, this is a sports podcast. We need to get back.
It's time to wrap this up before we start
Yeah.
going crazy.
Going down the nostalgia train. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Until next time, peoples, man, y'all know what to do. Y'all stay fly. Y'all keep on sipping.
All right.
Yeah. Y'all wash your hands, please.
Do it.
It's 2025. Please wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Nasty. Yo.
This